Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to War Wrestling's Naughty or Nice here in Lima, Ohio. I am Jimmy McDowell, joined alongside by Ripper Blackheart. And Ripper, we've got an exciting card tonight with several championship matches on the line and some matches that could have championship implications.
Yes, we got the Respect Tournament going on, round 2, where you see my guy, the bully, Craig Mitchell, taking on the mysterious Movado. Not only that, but the main event sees a close personal friend of mine in Storm Grayson getting a shot at the Dark Star, Matt Taylor. What are you doing, Jimmy?
I figured since it's Christmas time that I'd get a picture with the Grinch.
It's St. Rip, and that's $5.
One member of the Dirty is coming out. I don't see the other half, though.
That can only be a good thing, Jimmy. The less dirty around here, the better.
And it looks like Brandon Edwards has a crowd. The crowd chanting dirty.
So for those of you that follow us on social media, for those of you that are here last month, you see that Austin Maddox took a chair shot from Aaron O'Ryan right here. So unfortunately, due to war officials and concussion protocol, Austin Maddox will not be here.
No Austin Maddox.
But I'm here. Not only am I here ready for a fight, it's just my army. Hey, I'm ready to do this right now, boys. Once you bring the punk asses out here, it'll show you my glory, and we'll listen to all about.
Well, only half of the Dirty is here as Brandon Edwards not able to make it due to an injury.
And classic stupid Brandon Edwards challenging the Death Threat Army. They're an army, Brandon.
Brandon Edwards doesn't care if there's 2 of them or if there's 5 of them. He feels he can take them on and beat them.
Yeah, they're worldwide, Brandon. They're an army. Brandon may have been in the army, but they are an army. What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do?
We're going to wait for official word, but it's looking like this might be a 2-on-1 handicap match. And of course, Death Threat Army, well, as you mentioned, it has many members or warriors, but the 2 that we see here tonight, Jack Price and Aaron Orion.
They're the generals, if you will.
Yeah. Looks like Orion might have something to say.
This is what you want. This is what you want, Brandon. You want that, right?
The crowd once again chanting dirty, dirty.
what the crowd is, Jimmy. Dirty, dirty, dirty.
The problem is that we already beat you. So you can have a tag match with the Death Metal Army, but you're not going to have a tag match with Jack Price and Aaron O'Reilly.
So if Price and Orion don't wrestle, then who will?
Well, there's one.
From
Look at this
behind.
big guy coming. Both wearing Death Threat Army shirts for the brand.
Well, right now, Brandon Edwards getting double teamed over in the corner.
Well, he wanted the Death Threat Army, Jimmy. He's got the Death Threat Army.
Edwards starting to fight back.
Oh!
Wheelbarrow into a face breaker. Running knee. That could have broken his jaw.
Oh, I know that music. I do not like this at all, Jimmy.
Well, Death Threat Army and their legion of members put the boots to Brandon Edwards. But look, it's Jake Something. Jake Something is here.
I can't hear you, Jimmy. The crowd just went deafening.
The Bradfield Community Center has come alive. They have come unglued as Jake Something has entered the ring. It looks like Something has something to say.
A member. It was yours truly that took the dirty to every title in War Wrestling.
Do you have to make everything about you?
Well, it's always better with a little me in it.
Well, I guess we're going to have a tag team match. I guess it's the Dirty, sans Austin Mannix, sans Ripper Blackheart, who is going to be taking on at least some type of formation of Death Threat Army. So now, who are these guys out here with Orion and Price? Do you know?
New recruits, as far as I know.
Looks like it. We'll have to do some research later on to find out who these guys are.
Yeah,
They do.
that's your job, Jimmy. I'm to add color.
They definitely do look like new recruits to the Death Threat Army. And the referee calls for the bell, and we're going to have a match. The fans here at the Bradfield Community Center are already getting into the heads of the Death Threat Army members that are wrestling in this match. This should be interesting. Age and experience versus youth and exuberance, I guess.
And Brandon's still wearing that protective gear on the arm. I pointed out the last event, that's just a bullseye for his opponents in my mind. Although, it looked like it worked quite well there.
Off the ropes, jump kick.
He almost could have went for a pin. Right on a drop kick, James.
And Edwards, though he's a little bit older, he's shown he can still get it done. That was a beautiful looking drop kick. There was no tag, however. And in comes something. We might just have a melee here.
The one thing about the Dirty, they do not like being disrespected on any level, and if you do so, they will make you pay for it.
Drop kicks by Edwards, splashes by something. And right now, these Death Threat Army recruits are reeling. Oh.
Did he just use the guy to throw into another guy?
He did. It was almost like a power bomb.
And now he's going to do the same thing with Edwards?
He is. He's going to power bomb him into the Death Threat Army. There it is. Well, if that's not a sandwich, I don't know what is.
The sandwich is 2 pieces of bread and usually some meat in the middle.
Wait. Something's feeling froggy.
He's too big to be doing that. That's insane. That's like having a meteor come down on you.
Just about. Jack Price was able to get out of the way, but he was the only DTA member able to do so. Something nailed 3 of the 4, and that was amazing because Jake Something is not a small guy. Going for the pin. 1, 2.
You could show a movie on Jake Something's back.
Now that's a very good point, and I agree. He is one power-packed individual. Right now, DTA is starting to fight back. Edwards ducks the clothesline, blind tag, though I don't know if Edwards saw it.
No, Edwards has no idea.
Beautiful looking atomic drop. Or well, maybe there's not a tag.
No, they're just picking their spot.
Clothesline.
And boom!
Yep.
Told you.
You called it. Good point, Ripper. As soon as Edwards clotheslined one member of DTA, he got clotheslined by the other member of DTA. But I agree as big belly-to-belly suplex there. But I agree with you, Ripper.
Look at him, he's doing push-ups.
Well, hang on, we got a pinfall attempt, 1 count, maybe. But no, I agree with Edwards having that shoulder still kind of strapped up or harnessed up. You would think that would be like an easy target.
That'd be the first thing I go. Like right now, I'd wrap that around that rope right there and yank the bejesus out of it. Brandon Edwards is in the wrong part of town. And
That's right, he's getting double teamed, now triple teamed by members of the Death Threat Army.
the Jake Something always a hothead.
That's a good point. Something can be temperamental, and he was letting his temper get the better of him right there, which costs Edwards.
Yeah, it just creates more opportunity for the Death Threat Army.
Edwards, well, trying to fight back, but that was short-lived. Now a front face lock, almost like a chancery being applied by this member who looks like he has 7 Mile across his tights or something like that.
You know, in Detroit.
I was going to say, yeah, 8 Mile in Detroit where Eminem is from, so maybe he says a block down or a mile down.
Yeah, he says before you hit the 8 Mile, there's
you hit the 7 Mile. There you go. Nice.
With that slam.
Nice looking spine buster. Although he can't go for the pin, though, there was a tag, and obviously good job by the referee not allowing the illegal man to go for the pin. Oh,
wow!
Nice.
That was impressive, Jimmy.
Yeah, it was. 1, 2. That new recruit right there, and again, we have to find out his name, but that was a nice looking leg, Larry. And
Once
I think
again, your job.
I think it caught Edwards off guard.
Well, it came out of nowhere. Every time they chant the Dirty, it just irritates Orion to no end.
Edwards again trying to fight back. He's making some progress. He's got to get a tag, though. He's got to get the freshman in. And from behind, but Edwards shoots that guy out.
And you notice, when he throws some strikes, he's throwing them with the arm that's wrapped up.
Yep.
So, is he hurt? Is he playing possum? Or is that possibly loaded? I wouldn't put it past them. They are the Dirty after all.
A tag, in comes something. Double axe handles to the chest. This could be bad. Jake something in the ring with the head of steam. Running knee. Are we going to see a cannonball? Nope.
Again, Jake Something's so strong, he just throws the guy into the other one.
Oh! Running headbutt. That'll knock the wind out of you. 1, 2. Wow.
His stomach's probably touching his spine right now.
I agree with you on that. Man, oh man. If you get speared by Jake Something, that'll just about cut you in half. Something looks like he's going to go for a power bomb, maybe, but off the ropes. A clothesline from the illegal man, but in comes Edwards. Double axe handle.
Edwards always got more balls than brains.
Something back up. Oh, super kick. Forearm. I've lost track of who the legal man is, and I think the referee has as well. Edwards going up top. This could be it. Frog splash. Beautiful looking frog splash there by Brandon Edwards.
Oh, black hole slam!
I think it's all academic. Yep, there it is. The Dirty with Brandon Edwards and Jake Something perhaps reuniting as the Dirty gets the win over members of the Death Threat Army. And now the generals, the ring generals as you call them, Orion and Price up on the edge of the ring. Let's see if we get any extracurricular activity here. Of course, the Dirty are going to be involved in a second match coming up later tonight. Or I should say Death Threat Army coming up in a second match later tonight.
And that's why they're the generals. They know when to fight, and they know when to strategically retreat.
Death Threat Army is doing that. Orion and Price saving themselves.
Yeah, they've got tag title match tonight. Why would they waste their time with these two?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with Officer Rod Street, who in just a few moments is going to be taking on No Shame Jimmy Shane in a round 1 match for the War Wrestling Respect Title Tournament. And Officer Street, how do you expect to get past your opponent coming up here in just a little bit?
What did you say your name was?
Jimmy McDowell.
What was that again?
Jimmy McDowell.
Listen up, loser, and I want all you criminals out there to look me in the eye and respect my authority starting now. I graduated from one of the most prestigious online police academies in the country. You will respect my authority, including you. And tonight, after I win this whole title tournament, I intend to flush all the turds that have been swimming around the War Wrestling toilet bowl for good. This interview is over. Unauthorized footage.
As 2018 is coming to a close, I look back on the year that No Shame Jimmy Shane has had, and I realize I spent most of it fighting against corruption. I've been standing alongside my best friend, Matt Taylor. We've been doing what we needed to do. But I've almost forgotten the name of the game. You see, I'm in wrestling to be the best. I'm in wrestling to win, and I'm in wrestling to be a champion. But I get to get my focus back on track this Saturday when War Wrestling presents Naughty or Nice in Lima, Ohio. And on that night, No Shame Jimmy Shane is in the Respect Title Tournament. And it's fitting that the show's called Naughty or Nice, because on that night, your boy, who's known for being a little naughty, I'm going to be in the ring with Officer Rod Street. It's naughty versus nice. That's what we got. We got the bad boy versus a police officer. But you see, Saturday night, it's going to be a little bit more like, I don't know, kind of like the Grinch. Because see, I'll be the bad boy. I'll be the naughty one. But I'll be the hero at the end of the story. I'll be the one that saves Christmas. And that's going to be a very Merry Christmas. And there's no shame in that.
Well, Ripper, it's time for another match in the tournament to crown a new Respect champion.
And finally some law and order in this lawless, godforsaken city of Lima.
Officer Rod Street on his way to the ring, along with one of his cronies who looks like she's putting like construction cones up. What's up with that?
It's about to become a crime scene. That's what's happening, Jimmy.
Officer Street putting caution tape. He's putting caution tape up around the ring. I guess Officer Street...
He should wrap up JL while he's down there.
The camera guy?
Yeah, I hate that guy. He never gets my good side. I don't know about you, but the sheriff can arrest me any day of the week.
Jimmy Shane definitely in the Christmas spirit as he comes out dressed, well, like Santa Claus.
Worst Santa ever. They probably beat up one of them bell ringers from the Salvation Army to get that.
You know, I will say this much though. Dovetailing off you calling him the worst Santa ever, Jimmy's been in the gym a lot recently, and he's actually dropped a little bit of weight. So
Yeah, on his foot.
Jimmy carrying a bag with him. What do you suppose is in that bag?
Knowing Jimmy, nothing good. Oh, come on, there's kids in the audience.
Jimmy, a little bit of a striptease, I guess, or something. I wonder if you can rent him for parties. Or would you want to rent him for parties?
That'd be the worst party ever.
I don't know.
Something about sausages comes to mind.
I don't know. I think Jimmy's pretty entertaining. He could probably do good at a kid's party. I could see that.
You want your kids being entertained by no shame Jimmy Shane.
Well, I mean, I don't have any kids, but I'm just saying
That's
I could,
a blessing in
yeah.
itself right there, James.
So, an interesting contrast in styles. Officer Rod Street, who's
law and order versus utter chaos and anarchy.
that might not be a bad thing, though. Although something Jimmy's going to have to watch out for. Rod actually now has two cronies on the outside of the ring. Two officers.
Those are officers of the law, not cronies, Jimmy.
I don't know about that. I want to see their badges up close. Jimmy Shane reaching into his bag of tricks.
I'll check out the sheriff's badge. You check out the other guy.
Looks like Jimmy had a gift for Rod. I think that was nice. Apparently Rod doesn't think it's nice, though.
Oh, it's toilet paper.
It's not. That's a Jimmy Shane t-shirt.
Like I said, toilet paper.
Well, the bell has rung. This match is underway as Jimmy still has his bag with him. An arm twist or something as he gets spanked by Shane.
Hey, that's an assault on an officer.
Street gets over. I don't know if Street realizes his arm is no longer being twisted.
Yes, he did. I saw it. He pulled Rod's hair.
He doesn't have any hair to pull.
Yes, it is. It's just shiny.
Well, Street kicks Jimmy's bag of gifts over to the corner. I will say with these two, you're never short on entertainment. Shane calls Street a loser, but he
And
gets
he got kicked in the gut for it.
Yep, that's exactly right. Rod Street might be a interesting character, but you cannot take him lightly.
You know his authority supersedes that of Logan Lynn in a ring, right? He is an officer of the law. Logan's merely a referee.
Well, right now, Jimmy Shane making a comeback, hammering away with right fist. Street doesn't know where he's at. Wait a minute, what is this? She's a sheriff or something, right? Now she's on Santa's knee.
Oh, no.
Shane asking her what she wants for Christmas.
I would say to kick Jimmy in the jingle bells.
I think she's confused. I don't know if she was expecting this. Now, but here's the question, though. Has she been naughty or nice this year?
That's what Jimmy's asking the crowd.
I think the crowd thinks she should get a lump of coal. Yeah, right there. Thumbs down. Yeah. Yeah, the crowd doesn't think she should get a gift.
Officer down!
Well, that wasn't very nice of Officer Street to call her stupid.
Well, is it smart what she did?
Well, she was trying to help out her man, or her boss, or whatever their relationship is.
It's on a professional level, I assure you of that, James.
Dusty Rhodes style elbow, and Rod Street goes down. Street stumbles his way over the corner. Here comes Santa Shane. Did you like that?
No, I did not.
I thought it was pretty quick.
Not as clever as St. Rip.
Uh-oh. Here comes Jimmy.
Reindeer Buster!
Reindeer Buster by Jimmy Claus. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Very close. Very close, but Officer Rod Street is able to kick out. Rod over to the ropes. Jimmy trying to go for an Irish whip. Rod gets chopped for his efforts. Making 2 of them. Making a trifecta, which saw some projectile fly out of Street's mouth. Well, she was not able to trip up Jimmy, but she was able to provide the distraction.
Her authority supersedes Logan's as well. She's a sheriff, for crying out loud. Someone should arrest Logan for impersonating a referee.
I think Logan Lynn he's a young kid, but I think he's becoming a very good referee, to be honest with you. I think, given time, that he could probably be one of the better ones in the business. As right now, though, Officer Street is applying a rear chinlock to Jimmy Shane.
That's a move he learned at the academy.
Jimmy Shane going out here. The referee going to check to see if Shane is still conscious. The referee going to raise his arms 3 times. If Jimmy doesn't respond after the 3rd time,
That's 1.
this match could be over. There's 2. Oh, Jimmy's still with it. Jimmy's still with it. The crowd here in Lima starting to get behind Shane, trying to wheel him on, help him get back up to his feet. The adrenaline starting to flow for Shane as he's slowly working his way back up. Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker, both men down.
Get up, Officer Rod.
The referee administering the 10 count now. Jimmy grabbing a Santa hat.
Why is he grabbing it? There's a match going on, Jimmy.
Both men back up. Exchanging blows right now. Street off the ropes. Jimmy ducks a clothesline. Street can't see where he's at. Jimmy covered his eyes with the Santa hat.
Spear. Spear. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
In the respect title tournament, no shame,
No shame, Jimmy Shane gets the win and will advance in the respect title tournament. But now the question becomes, who will Jimmy's next opponent be?
We'll find out tonight. We'll go out on a limb here and say, Merry Christmas, Mitchell.
We'll be seeing Craig Mitchell in action later on against Mysterious Movado as Jimmy Shane gets the win. And Officer Street still having problems removing the Santa hat.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Will the Thrill. I'm one half of the first and only real super team in pro wrestling known as Thrill in the City. And you see, last month at Fansgiving, we defeated Super Future, the former War Wrestling Tag Team Champions, via pinfall, fair and square, clean in the center of the ring, while Xavier Walker watched his partner Palmer Cruz get pinned. Now, how funny could that be? You guys want to laugh at us. How's that for a joke? You see, December 1st at the Bradfield Center, War Wrestling has already started to change forever. But when I tell you that this event is going to be different than no other, you better be there. See it to believe it. Storm Grayson and Thrill in the City is taking over the show. See you there, boys. Don't forget to lace up. Be sure you'll get scraped up.
Bradfield Center, December 1st. Enough talk. Super Future, Thrill in the City 2. The result's going to be much like the last. We're going up, and you're getting beat down. And just another little small order of business to the War Wrestling fans who have amnesia. I'm the guy, the A-side, the worldwide event. I'm the man who eliminated Mojo McQueen and Jesus Bryce from the War Rumble. And did you put some respect on my name? No. Did I get a title shot? No. Did I get put in the respect tournament? No. So that's why Movado got smoked. Anybody else can get it, and you will. You all will. Those who stand in our way.
Well, Ripper, we've got a tag team match coming up next, as it is Thrill in the City, who, of course, is comprised of Will the Thrill and Pav City. His name is spelled Pav, P-A-V, but he tells me he likes it pronounced Pav, almost like P-O-V.
Hey, I really like these guys. They are ridiculously cocky, and this is a rematch because they beat the former War Tag Team Champion Super Future at our last event.
That's right.
I swear to God, there's a guy that looks like Will the Thrill at every trailer park here in Lima. I love that guy. That gold chain is bigger than Pav. Yeah, that chain is thicker than Pav's waist.
It actually probably is. That is a big gold chain that Pav has on. But no, these guys are real impressive. Of course, last month when they got the win, it helped out that there was some dissension in the ranks for Super Future.
Well, we'll see if they're on the same page tonight.
But yeah, no, there's definitely been some trouble brewing for Super Future now for a couple months. You alluded to it last month at Thanksgiving, Ripper, and you're right. We'll have to see if they've been able to get the problems solved for tonight.
Like I said, you said they weren't on the same page. I said they're not even reading out of the same book.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there
is Xavier Walker. I don't see Palmer Cruz, though. Right now, looks like we're looking at only one half of Super Future.
Yeah, Xavier Walker, no Palmer Cruz.
Something you said last month, Ripper, and I actually will agree with you. The future might not be looking so super right now for Super Future.
Smartest thing you ever did in your life right there, Jimmy, is agree with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, will now be a 2-against-1 handicap match.
So no Palmer Cruz. Xavier Walker says, I'll take him on myself. Paul is licking at the chops over this. But why wouldn't he? When was two guys, they beat him. So they should surely be able to beat one guy.
Maybe, maybe not. Last month, even though there's two guys, they were very distracted. Xavier Walker might actually be able to focus and concentrate more without some of the issues created by his tag team partner, Palmer Cruz. Will the Thrill, the first one in the ring to take on Xavier Walker, big size difference here.
Xavier Walker's so tall, Will's going to have to get a step stool just to look him in the eye.
The referee did inform the ring announcer that this is now a 2-on-1 handicap match. But yeah, Xavier Walker feels he can take on Thrill in the City. Here comes Will.
Oh my God, he turned him inside out.
Yes, he did. A
That definitely
humongous,
got Pom's attention.
a humongous clothesline. Face first in the turnbuckle. Uh-oh, this could be bad. This could be bad for Will. He just about shot through his chest.
It's like frying pans the size of Xavier Walker's hands. He just took a swing of Pav.
Xavier Walker can't get distracted by Pav, though. He can't let Pav distract him. Will's the legal man.
Will says no.
Looks like Thrill in the City might need to rethink their strategy here.
If it's to just go home, then that would be the perfect strategy right now.
If I were Will, I would tag in Pav. Will looks like he's going to try this again. I don't know if that's a good idea.
If I was Will, I'd just play dead.
Uh-oh. Has him up.
Just powers him up.
Oh, but Will gets away, and there it is. There's the tag. Pav better bulk up.
Pav, big man in the, over the top rope.
Pav trying to hulk up and show no fear. Walker just laughing.
There's a difference between having no fear and no common sense.
Yeah, and right now it looks like the latter. Test of strength here. Yep. There's the predicted result. As two top hand wrist locks now being applied by Xavier, just wrenching away at the wrists, hands, and forearms of Pav City. Arching over backwards, trying to go for a pin. Pav trying to keep those shoulders up.
You could probably fit two of Pav's hands into Xavier Walker's.
Well, Pav, a smart move, a stomp to the foot. That'll break the hold.
See, and this is the inexperience right there. Too much time. He should have bounced off them ropes 10 minutes ago.
He got cocky.
No, he is not.
Xavier Walker looking at Pav.
Mid slapped him.
Xavier Walker was like, "What are you doing?" Wow. Not only did he body slam him, he threw him like a dart halfway across the ring.
Oh, no.
I think I know where this is going.
Oh! Hissed her up a little.
The crowd asking for one more. We'll see if Walker gives it to him. Oh, no, Paul trying to fight back. Well, that was short-lived. Walker will causing a distraction now. Well, Will does cause a distraction right there. Will might have had to receive a chop for it, but he did cause a distraction, which allowed Pav to catch his breath.
Now Pav having a wrestling match with his tank top.
Well, Pav going for an Irish whip. Walker puts the brakes on, does it again, reversal. Back body drop. And Pav goes down hard. Walker measuring, scheming. Irish whip. Now that's a big old clothesline right there.
I would not want to get hit by that ever.
Right now, I think Pav City's eyes are rolling into the back of his head after that clothesline. And now Walker may be going for a choke slam. Yeah, he is. But here comes Will. Again, causing a distraction.
Low blow!
From behind, the referee didn't see it. That was a great job by Will the Thrill causing the distraction. Double drop kick. Thrill in the City, they got the win last month and they're trying to get the win hooker by crook this month too. Pav now hammering away on Xavier. Back elbows, tag.
Well, they may have found their great equalizer there with that cheap shot, and now they are firmly in control of this match.
That's right, Will going for the pin. Look at Walker power out though at one. Will front face lock and some forearms, although I don't know if those forearms are having much effect. Ooh, make that a no. Walker just buries him in the corner, but Will using his speed to get out of the way. Oh,
And that's what he's got to do. Hit and move, hit and move, hit and move.
nice drop kick there by Will.
The choking the guy don't hurt either.
No. Now, well, the referee caught Pav trying to chain, backs him to the corner. Look at Will, though, some knees, and now stepping across the windpipe of Walker. Will the Thrill might be a small guy, but that's still 145 pounds across the windpipe.
Oh, for 145 pounds, what is he? Waterlogged?
Uh-oh. All he did was make Xavier mad.
Look at him taking out the knee.
That was a smart move by Will off the ropes. Oh, chop block. That was a good move. 1, 2. You know, so far Thrill in the City, I don't think they're going with their original game plan. I think they've had to improvise, but hey, that's still smart wrestling.
Well, it's just common sense. A man as tall as Xavier, you want to take him out on the knees.
That's right, take the wheel out. Walker back up to his feet.
It also eliminates that big boot he likes to use.
Definitely more weight behind those fists for Walker. Neck breaker. I don't know if he got all of it, but a neck breaker by Walker.
At some point in this match, Xavier's hair has exploded.
Tagged by Pav. In comes Will. Over goes Will. Walker trying to catch his breath. Will off the top. He jumps right into the hand of Walker. Pav from behind. I think the referee needs to throw Pav out of here. That's twice now that Pav has interfered, even though he's an illegal man. Double Irish whip. Breaks through. Double clothesline. Double clothesline by Walker. Thrill in the City is down.
Oh, just a right cross across both their jaws.
And he didn't even have all that much weight behind it. Swinging it, neck breaker. Beautifully done there by Walker. Walker trying to rally the crowd, get himself pumped up as well. Here comes Will. He tried a flying cross body. That didn't work. Look at Palmer, one hand.
Samoan drop.
That's exactly right. Samoan drop, beautifully done. I think that knocked every last bit of breath out of Will the Thrill. All three men are down right now. Walker back up. He might be going for another choke slam. Yep. He has Will by the throat. Here comes Pav. Also into the big, massive palm. Oh, they get out of it. And, well, they tried throwing him out of the ring. It didn't quite work.
There's too much mass
Yeah.
of Xavier Walker for them to push around.
Here comes Will, who gets caught. Walker catches him. Wait a minute. From behind, Storm Grayson is out here. What is he doing out of here? Walker kicks Grayson away. Well, that prevented what could have been a pile driver on the edge of the ring. Although Walker still has Will. Looks like he's going to suplex him back in, or at least try to. Oh, wait. Storm and Pav have the feet of Walker. 1, 2, 3.
They did it again! I gotta go, Jimmy!
Thrill in the City steal another victory with the help, once again, a dirty, underhanded way, as Xavier Walker was tripped by Pav City and Storm Grayson. Then they held Walker's feet down to prevent him from kicking out. Storm Grayson used to be in the tag team Super Tough Dudes with Pat Monix, so he's familiar with tag team wrestling. Walker doesn't look happy. Grayson powders out, which was a smart move. I don't think Thrill in the City realized what's behind them. Now they do. He's got him by the throats. Double choke slam. Storm Grayson hightails it to the back. Now stepping on them, walking on them like rugs. Xavier Walker, he did lose the match. He did lose the battle, but he might have just won the war.
And Craig Mitchell's in the tournament for the Respect title against Movado, the mysterious Movado. The only thing mysterious about Movado at the end of this night will be, will he live through the beating that Craig Mitchell gives him?
Craig Mitchell, War Wrestling, December the 1st, 2018, Wawa, Lima, Ohio. Well, Craig Mitchell, I've been noticing you lately, and I know you were out of the game for a little while, and you've come back with a vengeance. You're in excellent shape, and you're getting yourself out there amongst all the great professional wrestlers in the land. And I'm behind that 100%, sir, and I love that. But what I don't love is your blatant disrespect for the fans of War Wrestling. Now, when you get in their face and you treat them badly, the mysterious Movado takes it personally.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ripper Blackheart has left the broadcast position to go down and manage, which makes me happy. Now I don't have to deal with Ripper anymore, so I got my buddy Jimmy Shane here to do some commentary with me. So it's going to be the Jimmy Show or J Square. We got to come up with a name.
It's definitely an upgrade from Ripper Blackheart.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Dirtball.
And this is round number 2.
You're actually Craig Mitchell already advanced in the respect title tournament.
That's right.
And I'm hoping I get him next month.
It's entirely possible. Gino DiCapo passing out some stockings.
There's got to be something up with those, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't believe.
Yeah.
He just threw it right in a kid's face.
I wouldn't trust a stocking though from Gino DiCapo.
Say, it's nice to see Ripper Blackheart finally classing up with a suit instead of that garbage he usually wears, but I can only assume he got that out of the 15% that he steals from his clients' paychecks.
That makes sense.
From Planet Detroit, the mysterious Movado.
It is going to be Craig Mitchell and the mysterious Movado. In this next matchup, something, of course, Movado is going to have to look out for is all of the guys that came out with Mitchell.
Now, you know, Movado's my boy. That's my
right.
former tag team partner, and I asked him if he wanted me down there with him. Because, you know, I'm no stranger to having problems with Ripper Blackheart and Gino DiCapo. Movado assured me he's ready to take this on like a man. Or, I guess, more like an alien.
There you go. Mysterious Movado, definitely popular with the crowd here in Lima, Ohio. Well, he's popular everywhere he goes, pretty much.
I'm electric enough.
It's that cape. People love a cape.
Now, Jimmy, you know Movado quite well. Recently, President Trump has been cracking down on immigration. Has Movado been worried about that being an alien?
Well, we have a plan that if Trump comes looking, I'm just going to hide Movado in my basement for a while.
Okay, that works for me. Kind of like the TV show Alf from the 80s, if you're familiar with that.
You know, he asked me if I had a cat. You think that's... Oh, wiggling those hips, Movado.
You know, he does dance pretty good for an alien. I'll give him that. Much better than E.T. ever did.
That's actually the common language we spoke together at first, was the language of dance.
What's that? Movado, for as much fun as he has, though, he's got a very serious opponent in Craig Mitchell.
Mitchell sucks. I'm sorry. I gotta stay unbiased.
Oh, no, you're fine. That is what the crowd is chanting here at the Bradfield Community Center. Movado showing off some of his moves as the crowd chants, Mitchell sucks.
See, that's the thing about a bully like Craig Mitchell. The second you start giving it to him, he can't handle it.
You're exactly right. There's a lot of bullies like that. They can dish it up, but they can't take it.
Craig Mitchell doesn't know what to think of Movato's tactics right now.
I don't know if. Well, I don't know if. I think Movato trying to show Mitchell how to dance. I don't know if. We'll have to see if Mitchell has any rhythm here. I don't think he does. Yeah, no. Mitchell not going for it. I guess he doesn't have a. I guess he's not musically inclined or dancing inclined. Both of these guys pretty similar in height and weight.
Yeah, very similar builds. You know, I don't know who to give the power advantage to.
I'd say probably pretty equal. Movato was going for a test of strength. Mitchell was saying no. So Movato forces him to do a test of strength into a wrist lock now. Mitchell, though, forearms his way out of it.
Can't do it the right way. He's got to take a shortcut.
Yeah. And the turnbuckles. Here comes Movato.
Boy.
Running avalanche there by Movato.
Oh, here comes the chops.
He's going to fire up the band.
Big one.
Well, Mitchell blocked the double chop.
Oh, here we go,
But he got
baby.
punched.
Here's that alien earthworm.
That's right. Wait.
Movato, watch out.
He took too long. Unfortunately, Mitchell caught him with a drop kick right to the jaw.
And then just pounded away at him right away.
Another forearm to the back. Mitchell says, do you think this is a game? Trying to, like a bully, taunt Movato.
I've been on that side of Craig Mitchell when he's spinning this at you, and it is demoralizing. You start to think like,
Starts getting in
is
your
he
head.
right? Yeah.
And I'm sure those shoulder butts to the midsection didn't feel any good either. Kind of sort of like a seated abdominal stretch, although Mitchell doesn't really have that leg hooked.
But that's giving him all the more pressure on that neck right there. He's focusing all his energy on that.
Now, Movato out, trying to get out of the side headlock. Off the ropes.
Build up a head of steam and
alley-oop. 1, 2. Movato up in about 1.5, to be honest. Mitchell looks like a shot to the shoulder right there. Pulling Movato up by the mask. Measures. Ooh. Hard right hand.
Shot.
And that looks stiff. In fact, Movato's so dazed he can't even reach the ropes.
I'm starting to get a little worried for my friend right now.
Mitchell now choking Movato along that middle rope.
Going for another choke.
Trying to cut off the windpipe.
Oh, wait, what's Ripper bite?
And now...
And that king on the back of the head for extra leverage.
Yep. As the referee warns Craig Mitchell about the chokes, as he should, Ripper Blackheart interferes, as he usually does. Big chop there by Mitchell. Mitchell, though, calling out his move. I don't know if that's a good idea, Jimmy.
He's taking too long. Movato's no one to take lightly.
Well, no, he got it. He proved both of us wrong. 1, 2, 3. No, that was actually close. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
So I got, as much as I may not like him and the rest of Corruption, you can't take Craig Mitchell lightly.
No, not at all. And that senton drove a lot of air out of the...
Just walking across them.
Yep. And that'll drive even more wind out of your lungs. Took too long that time, though. Mitchell went for the backflip. Movato out of the way. Clothesline by Movato.
Not even strength what you're talking about.
Yep. Boom! Winds up with the right fist, hits with the left. I think that's what you call a shuck and jive. clothesline takes him down. Movado going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, nope, 2.
Going up. Oh, that big old drop kick.
That'll take the teeth out of your mouth. 1, 2. That's a classic move by Movado, the handspring into the backsplash onto his opponent. He's been doing that for years, and it has a great effect. Arm
that
twist.
side kick.
Oh, wow. Check that out. Movado missed the head drop, though. Mitchell out of the way. A very back and forth match. Irish whip.
I wanted Movado to take too long showboating there. And how much did it cost him?
Yeah. Mitchell running forearm. Has Movado up, sort of. Now he gets him squared up. Nice power slam there by Mitchell. Going for the pin. Movado, though, still able to kick out. Looks like Mitchell's getting frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him. He's giving Movado everything he's got. And I'm sure he underestimated Movado. He thought he was a joke coming in here. But, it's just the knee.
Movado is no joke, that's for sure. Kind of a bicycle kick, sort of.
Come on, Movado, capitalize on it, baby.
Off the ropes.
And that bully just stays on top of you. He doesn't let you breathe. Movado's DDT.
Yep, that could be it. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Mitchell able to kick out. Although Mitchell very dazed. Movado feeling like this could be his moment of opportunity. He's going up top. Mitchell, though, grabs the referee.
What's Ripper doing?
Movado falls throat first across that top rope.
Come on, ref.
Well, he was distracted by Mitchell. Death Valley driver. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Mitchell grabbed the referee to prevent him from seeing what was happening. And Ripper Blackheart gets involved, and that spells the difference.
And I know a lot of you want to put corruption on the naughty list, but old Saint Rip says, because there was nothing nicer than leaving Matt Taylor dead in that ring at the last show. Chiron, you're supposed to team up with Chris Hall to go against the Classics. Dusty Dillinger, Cody Hawk. Chris Hall was supposed to be there last time, didn't show up. You think you can really count on him?
Well, you know, Jimmy, Cody Hawk and Dusty Dillinger used to be some of the most respected wrestlers here at War Wrestling, but not so much anymore.
I had such tremendous respect for both men. Cody Hawk and I were a tag team for a whole year.
That's right, yeah.
I had nothing but respect for him. And then, of course, he goes and sides up with Ripper Blackheart of all people. I don't know what's gotten into them. That's not the Dusty Dillinger I know. That's not the Cody Hawk I know. But it makes me wonder, is it the real Dusty Dillinger or is it the real Cody Hawk?
They say as you become older, you become more jaded. Maybe they're just becoming grumpy old men.
Hey, you said it, not me. I've been in the ring with them, and I got beat down by them last month, so I did take careful of calling them old.
I'll give them credit, though. Just like you said, they're still quite young for their age. They can still go in the ring. And I'll circle back to that here in a second after the ring announcer introduces their opponents.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring out to the ring, Chiron!
Well, this was supposed to be a tag team match. Chiron and Silverback Chris Hall. I haven't seen Chris Hall here yet.
I heard from Big Tom. He actually posted it on Facebook earlier this morning that Chris Hall's injured right now, he's claiming. But where was Chris Hall last month in that six-man tag? I'm not trying to point a finger, I'm not trying to say anything, but I'm curious. The name is Corruption.
Did I hear that right? They're going to actually look for Chiron to have a partner?
Who? Chris Hall's not. I've been in the back all day. Chris Hall's not here.
No, he's not.
What are they?
Well, I was wondering if this was maybe going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match, but
it's kind of the story we've seen already tonight.
It is.
It's kind of been a whoa. What?
They found somebody. I'm not sure who it is. Yeah, Dusty Dillinger finds a kid in the back to be Chiron's partner to fill in for the injured Chris Hall. So I guess Chiron is going to have a partner, even though they've never.
Right away, Chiron might not even know that kid's name.
And me neither. Double clothesline by Corruption.
Oh, but big old Chiron landed on his feet.
And he looks mad, too.
Does he ever not look mad?
Well, true. Double clothesline, Corruption goes down. Up and down goes Cody. Up and down goes Dusty.
Hey, what's Chino DeCampo doing?
That's not working.
Might want to try harder, Chino.
Uh-oh. Up and down goes Chino DeCampo. Well, Chiron taking care of business.
Maybe Chiron doesn't need this kid.
He might not. Yeah, Chiron cleaning house right now. Textbook looking suplex there by Chiron. Elbow drop straight across the chest, right in the sternum area. Cody looks like he's trying to go for a tag. Chiron cuts him off.
Big strong whip across.
Chiron, ooh, went in shoulder first into that turnbuckle. And this one, I mean, there are pads there, but those pads aren't very thick.
Yeah,
right?
it hurts pretty good. But it hurt Chiron enough. It looks like he might be ready to go. I've seen smaller men get taken out with that.
The crowd here at ringside getting into the head of Dusty Dillinger. They are squarely behind Chiron.
Now, our last matchup, we said how they were evenly matched going into a test of strength. I'm not sure that's the case here.
No. I don't know if Dusty wants to get into a test of strength with Chiron. And that's taking nothing away from Dusty. And there we go, mind games by the veteran, the legend, Dusty Dillinger.
Reaching up high. Oh, right to the eyes.
Yep. Poked him right in the eye. The great equalizer.
There's no muscles around your eyeballs, you know?
No.
I mean, I guess there are, but...
Well, yeah. I know what you mean, though. There's no way to do, like, eye presses or eye ups or something like that.
Dusty just holding on to the headlock.
I was talking, and I'm going to give Dusty some credit here. I was talking with Dusty last month after our show last month. And Dusty had a birthday recently. Let's be honest, he's in his 40s. But something Dusty said to me, and he's right. He's like, I may be getting older, but if there are other guys in the back who can hang with me, I wouldn't still be here.
It's true. Dusty, he hasn't been holding on to that spot. It's his spot. No one's taking it from him.
Dusty, a side headlock being applied right now. Or not. Belly to back suplex there by Chiron. Takes Dusty down.
Oh, Cody Hawk right there ready.
Uh-oh. I think he just made Chiron mad. Double axe handle. Cody goes
right
down.
on to Gino DeCap. Oh.
But from behind is Dillinger. Dillinger now back in control. Ooh. Right across the eyes.
I gotta say, it doesn't look like Chiron's partner wants in this match.
No, I don't know if he does either. Face first into the boot goes Chiron. Well, but now you mentioned, I mean, you know, these guys in Corruption, and I say this as a compliment, but they have combined nearly 40 years of experience. Chiron's partner might be a little intimidating.
I think they have combined almost 50 years.
Yeah, it could be. Well, finally, the kid tries getting in the ring and protesting to the referee, but unfortunately, he's just creating a distraction. The downside of tag team wrestling, the referee can only see so much.
And Dusty's still choking him.
As Cody Hawk apologizing for a choke, Dusty Dillinger gets in a choke.
That's what's so dangerous about Corruption is they've got the experience, they've got the mind of Ripper Blackheart, and they've got kids with bright futures like Gino DiCapo. Let me talk about him for a minute. He's got all the potential in the world, but they're just going to throw him to the wolves so they can escape.
Nice leg drop, going for the pin. 1-2. Well, the kid in the corner, we'll call him for right now, he is trying to rally the crowd to get Chiron back into this match. Dusty hammering away at the midsection. Ooh, nobody home.
This is where we're going to get to see what this kid can do.
Chiron hit his shoulder earlier on, but Dusty hit his now, almost like deja vu. But Dusty, a double axe handle to the back of the head, prevents any tag. Cody Hawk comes over and knocks off Chiron's opponent to make sure there's no tag. Look at the strength of Chiron, though. Chiron stops the Irish whip, and he actually yanks Dillinger and Hawk into each other. Tag.
Going up high.
Tag. Wow.
You know what? Veterans always preach to you. Show up to shows you're not booked on. Have your gear and be ready to go. And
you never know
these
what
veterans right here might regret that advice.
Well, it looks like he's got a V on the back of his trunks. V for Vendetta, almost. A cutter. He got Dusty with a cutter. He's going for the pin. 1, 2. Well, he's only been in the ring for about 60 seconds, but pretty impressive so far.
Got the crowd behind him. That's not an easy task here in Orr.
No, it's not. Oh, wait. What's the Capo doing? The referee needs to get the Capo out of here.
Uh-oh. Here's that muscle buster from Cody Hawk. Look across the other side of the ring.
Ooh. And Chiron being held on to by Ripper Blackheart. Cody's not the legal man, though. Dusty up top. Gets him with the flying elbow drop. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, winners of this match, Cody Hawk, Dusty Dillinger, Pete Hawk.
Corruption gets a very tainted victory.
It's been brought to my attention that my actions from the last war show have upset and offended people. And so I'm here to apologize. So I would like to take this time and say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't do more. Orlando Christopher, you stick your nose in business that doesn't belong to you, that's what happens. You see, me and Paloma, we are War Wrestling. We are what the people pay to see. So we are going to start getting the respect that we deserve. Speaking of respect, Saturday, I get first round match for the War Respect title, which should already be around my waist because I am the hottest thing next to Paloma in that damn company. So you put me in the ring against Aaron Williams, the baddest man on the planet. Aaron, we fought each other before, and it was a fight, but I came out on top. So you call yourself the baddest man on the planet? I don't think so, because as long as I'm staying on this planet, you're the second baddest man on the planet. Because what I did to Orlando Christopher, maybe, just maybe, after I beat you, maybe my actions will get out of control again, Aaron. And then I'll just take you out, and then I'll just start picking them off on my quest to become the War Respect champion. So, Saturday, you will remember my name. The fans will remember my name, because I'm Cody fucking Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is another match in the Respect title tournament as we have Cody Jones making his way to the ring.
Could you imagine if Cody and Paloma held gold here in War Wrestling? They're already a super couple, but they'd be the super it couple.
Well, and actually I was just thinking the same thing because Paloma right now has the women's belt. What if Cody got the Respect title?
Yeah, I know. I just said that, Jimmy.
I said it better than you, though.
I doubt that.
I was more succinct. I was briefer.
But he has a tall order in front of him because Aaron Williams, the baddest man alive, is standing in his way.
Cody and Paloma not very popular here in Lima, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio, he's the baddest man alive, Aaron
There he is, to the roar of the crowd.
With those lethal weapons in his hands, them giant Chinese fighting sticks.
Nunchucks, that's right. Cody, Aaron Williams, sorry, he and Cody Hawk have the same haircut. Aaron Williams, he knows his martial arts, that's for sure. And I would not want to end up on the wrong side of those nunchucks.
He also knows his comic book art.
Now, Ripper, granted, Aaron doesn't really need an introduction, but over the years, he's become a veteran in this business, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all up and down the Midwest, Aaron Williams' name is known in independent wrestling. And And Cody Jones is very wise. I wouldn't go near him either, spinning them things around. He could put someone's eye out.
Actually, though, you know, you're talking about those nunchucks being a potentially lethal weapon. Aaron himself and his hands, how quick his hands and his feet are, those could be lethal weapons too.
Cody tried to spin the women's title around. It's a little heavier than the nunchucks. That's what they're called, right? Nunchucks, because when you get hit with them, you go numb.
You're so punny. The referee calls for the bell. This match underway. Now, Cody Jones, to his credit, Cody Jones is a great athlete. But as you mentioned, this is going to be a tall order, maybe his toughest test to date.
Well, he wouldn't be in the Respect title tournament if he wasn't a great athlete, James.
Oh, there's those lethal feet right there. Holy cow.
The one thing Aaron Williams is doing better than anybody else, kicking people in the head.
Cody out of the ring, a smart move. Here comes Aaron. Look at the lightning speed of Williams. He's just so fast.
I think Cody's still loopy from that first kick.
Oh, I'm sure he is. And now not only is he mentally dazed, but he's winded as well. A bad combination when you can't breathe and you can't think. Jeez. Aaron Williams with those lethal strikes backs off Paloma Star.
He just barked at the women's champion.
Man, you can hear those kicks echo throughout the Bradfield Community Center.
I think I'd rather be hit with the nunchucks.
Entirely possible. Well, so far it's been all Aaron Williams, although he's being distracted by Paloma right now. And that was the opening that Cody needed. He met Aaron with the knee to the midsection, into the corner. Goes over top, off the ropes. Flying crossbody, 1, 2. Cody out. Now another boot to the midsection. And Aaron Williams in complete control right now. Cody Jones, I think, glad he's wearing a t-shirt in this situation. That chop didn't quite have the same sting, I think, that a normal chop would. I'm sure it still hurt, but... And comes Williams.
Yeah, I was going to say, you put on a t-shirt and let Aaron Williams chop you, and you let me know how much it doesn't sting.
Yeah. But here comes Williams. Right there, Cody showing that he can be acrobatic. A beautiful drop kick right on the button by Cody Jones. Now, though, Cody getting very unscientific, pounding away at the head of Aaron Williams.
Cody Jones is about whatever gets the job done.
Looks like he's talking trash to Williams. I don't know if that's a good idea. Off the ropes, running clothesline. Back splash, back senton, 1, 2. Williams able to kick out. A pretty quick offensive flurry, though, by Jones.
And I agree with Paloma. That was 3, Joe.
I don't know about that. I think you and Paloma count fast.
Joe Lopez is so old he owes Jesus $5.
Actually, I could believe that. I'm not going to lie. Ooh. Cody Jones saying, anything you can do, I can do better. Williams now fighting back. A fist, a couple forearms. But a knee to the gut will stop that. Off the ropes. Ooh, runs right.
I think these two are very evenly matched, James. What do you think?
Yeah, this match on a whole has been very back and forth. Wait. Oh! Did you see the height and elevation? Cody not only gave a belly-to-back suplex to Williams, but man, did he get him up in the air high, going for the pin. Williams able to kick out. But yeah, Jones not only suplexed Williams there, but he literally slammed him down as well. Now choking him along those ropes. The referee warning Jones that chokes are illegal, but unfortunately that opens the door for Starr.
Well, I heard Aaron. He said some very bad things about Paloma. But she just made him pay for it.
Did she deserve what he said, though?
No, she's a champion.
That doesn't mean that she didn't get what she deserved. 1, 2.
What's Aaron Williams? Someone who cut his mom's broomstick in half so he can have some nunchucks.
Chinlock being applied now by Cody Jones. Wrenching back on the head and the neck. The crowd, though, cheering, chanting, Aaron, Aaron. They're trying to get Williams to keep on fighting. Williams is working his way back up to his feet now. Williams trying to fight out of this. Jones trying to hang on to it. Williams breaks the hold. Well, Williams didn't have any hair to pull, so Jones got the next best thing, the ears.
Well, if he's just going to have them big old things flapping out there.
The fans getting in the head of Jones, that might have cost him right there, Ripper.
Yeah, Cody Jones cannot worry about what these fans think of him. These fans paid to see guys like Cody Jones, guys like Corruption.
They did?
Well, I'm not paying to see them, am I?
In a weird, strange way, you have a point. Right now,
our names are on the marquee.
Right now, though, Jones is in control once again. Here he comes. Williams up and over, gonna try and roll him up. He does. 1, 2. Nope, only 2. Ducks a clothesline. Another roll up. 1, 2. Going for a backslide. Yep, gets him over. 1, 2. Jones again out. A beautiful high knee from Williams puts Jones down. Might have knocked Jones out. Unfortunately for Williams, Jones was wearing him down for the past few minutes. Williams not able to capitalize. I guess a good thing for Jones. Our production crew right at ringside getting a great shot of Cody Jones as he's starting to come to.
Aaron Williams also almost to his feet. I said earlier, these guys are so evenly matched.
They're very evenly matched. Although, when it comes to fisticuffs, my money is on Williams, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know, I think Cody Jones can get down and dirty and do what is necessary to get the win.
Well, he just got a headbutt to the midsection, European uppercut, a kick, ooh, making 2 of them. Martial arts style kicks. Jones right now is in trouble. Cody Hawk, the adrenaline flowing. Here comes Hawk. Stinger splash right into the corner. Making a clothesline. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. 2 9/10 right there. I thought that was going to be over. Williams has a chance to try and finish this match, but he's got to try and keep Paloma Starr in mind, or in the corner of his eye, so to speak. Wait a minute, here comes Jones. Jones stops Williams' progress. Now they're both going up to the high rent district. This could be bad either way. Not for nothing do they call it the high risk.
Why is it the high rent district? Because it's high?
Exactly.
Or because the rent's expensive?
Well, because it's high up off the ground. You got to think, the ring is probably 5 feet in the air, then plus 6 feet of turnbuckles. So yeah, you're 11 feet in the air right now. Jones is down. Williams is up. Jones rolls out of the way of the double stomp. Power slam by Jones. 1, 2, 3. No.
I'm not going to lie, Jimmy. I thought that was it right there.
I did too. Two very close near falls, one apiece. So if this were a high-score college wrestling match, the score would be tied, literally.
And I think Cody Jones caught Aaron Williams totally by surprise with that.
I do too. Williams was going for that double stomp. Jones got out of the way, then a beautiful power slam. Williams is up. Moves, ooh. Sends Jones in the ropes. Rolling forearm, rolling elbow. Oh, but Jones reverses. Williams reverses, gets him up. Slams him back down. 1, 2, no.
Both men know how important this is. This is for a chance to advance in the Respect Title Tournament, Jimmy. The Respect Title is just that. It's about respect.
You're exactly right. I think that's why both guys are giving it their all. I know that's why they're giving it their all. He ducks the kick. Roll up. 1, 2. Williams able to kick out. Jones measures. Super kick. Williams is out. But he's not going for the pin, Ripper. 6, 7, 8,
I agree
9.
with you, Jimmy. Aaron Williams is not a guy that once you have down, you can let him take a breath. If Aaron Williams is down, you need to be on top of him like steak on a Lima wrestling fan. It's because they're smelly.
Cody Jones, unfortunately for him, couldn't get a 9 count there. Yeah, it took way too long. That could come back to cost him. Jones is measuring, though. Oh, my goodness. 1, 2, 3.
He is the match the same way he started the match.
The baddest man alive, Aaron Williams, gets the win with a tremendous roundhouse kick to the back of the head, knocking Cody Jones into next week. Aaron Williams advances in the Respect Title Tournament.
That I beat Hardcore Heather Owens so bad that she couldn't get up? ¿Te acuerdas esa vez que yo le pegué con mi cinto otra vez? Y otra vez, y otra vez, y otra vez. Y no paraba. Pues es que este cinto es mío. Y va a seguir siendo mío. No matter who is across the ring for me, this belt is still going to be mine. ¿Sabes por qué? Porque yo soy Hardcore. You might as well call me Hardcore Paloma Star now. So now, this Saturday, I get to face Queen Aminata for my War and Respect Women's Championship. And va a ser lo mismo. Same thing's gonna happen to her. So, you might be a queen, pero yo soy la reina.
Didn't we just see these two?
I told you it was coming up very shortly, Jimmy.
Well, the War Wrestling Women's Champion, Paloma Star, on her way to the ring. And she loves showing off that gold.
Well, she's proud of it, and she should be.
Wrestling, one of the oldest wrestling companies in the state of Ohio, but the ladies' title is relatively new to War, only been around a couple of years. Some very big names have held that belt, including Hardcore Heather Owens, and lest we forget Thunder Kitty. So when Paloma Star won that belt, she did join a pretty elite group.
Yes, indeed. And when she beat Heather Owens, she beat Heather Owens soundly, too, cementing her spot here in War Wrestling.
You did it wrong. She is Hardcore Paloma Star.
Oh, no, she didn't, Jimmy!
Well, or maybe we should say, oh no, he didn't. It was Cody Jones who made those remarks.
And the challenger from Guinea, West Africa, Queen Aminata!
Ripper, this should be a pretty good match. Paloma Star, the current champion, Queen Aminata, the challenger. Queen Aminata, I mean, she's only been wrestling, what, a year, maybe 18 months maximum, but she has really caught on.
Like I said, she gets better and better every time she steps in that square circle, James.
You know, it's interesting what a month or two can do for you in your career. Not only as far as wins and losses go, but when it comes to popularity. Queen Aminata, when she first started, she was hated just about everywhere she went. As of late, though,
now she's adopted this terrible attitude of caring about what the fans think.
That's a great attitude. You mean a terrible attitude. Aminata actually last month at Thanksgiving was attacked from behind. It looks like she has healed up nicely from that.
Oh yeah, she has. Very nicely, James.
I don't know if you'd call that a cape or a gown, but it looks lovely. I mean, very, very authentic. She is from Africa. And
I saw that same thing at Pottery Barn.
You shop at Pottery Barn?
Oh, no, I said I saw it there.
Ah, okay. The referee, Aminata, patting the belt. She wants that 10 pounds of gold very badly. The referee for this women's championship match, Jay Cortez, and we are underway. Oh, no, wait. Aminata telling the crowd to hold on. Wait, maybe she wants them to clap with her. Let's see.
Extending the hand.
Offering a shake of hand to show sportsmanship, I guess. Paloma laughs and slaps it away. Amanada shaking her groove thing, I think it's called, but now Paloma Star doing it too. Amanada doesn't appreciate that.
Tell me, where does she learn her Luthez press in Africa?
Good question. She has. Arm drag takedown. Make it two of them. She's trying to pick her up. Paloma, though, does have the weight advantage. And right there, Paloma.
What are you trying to say, Jimmy?
I'm trying to say Paloma has the weight advantage. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't be putting words in my mouth. Now, looks like they're on the far side of the ring from us. I couldn't tell if, I guess Paloma was choking Amanada along that top rope. Now turnbuckle smash. And she has Amanada in a place she doesn't want to be, bending her backwards across that top rope.
That's the same strategy the last match Amanada was in. They worked on her back, did similar moves.
I was just going to say, yeah. In fact, when she was attacked last month after the match, I think she was powerbombed down or something like that. So yeah, working on the back of the spine, that's not a horrible idea if you're Paloma Star. Again, choking Amanada across the ropes. The referee giving Paloma the business, giving her a warning. Meanwhile,
what business is he giving her? To a small business?
Well, actually, as short as Cortez is, it might be small business.
Like a Mexican leprechaun.
Love you, Jay. All right, back to the action. Uh-oh, this could be bad for Amanada. Backbreakers, no. Sidewalk slam. 1, 2, 2.5. And yeah, again, a smart strategy. Whether you like Paloma Star or not, a very smart strategy, Ripper.
What always got me, though, when you work on the back, I wouldn't try to pin them. Because when you pin them, they're in so much pain, they're going to try to get out of that. If I'm working on the back, I'm setting up for a submission move.
I agree with you, which is something you don't see very much, but I agree with you completely. Set it up for like a bear hug or a camel clutch or something like that.
Got her wrapped up in the ropes again, James.
Yep. Stretching out that spine. You can hear Amanada screaming in pain. Now insult to injury as Paloma Star spanks her across the bottom.
I'm hoping to insult her later.
Paloma now driving her shoulder into the abs, into the midsection of Amanada. Uh-oh. No, wait. Amanada reverses. There it is. Amanada chops the chest of Paloma Star. Now hammering away with... Well, Paloma reverses. This action is almost too quick to call. Now driving more of those shoulders into the midsection. Paloma backing away. I wonder what she has in store. She comes in, but Amanada moves out of the way.
Yeah. Paloma telegraphed that the whole way.
Yes, she did. 2 big knees by Amanada. She going for a third? Yes, she does. That'll realign your nose. Paloma ducks the clothesline, though. Ooh. And Star delivers a huge clothesline of her own. This could be it. Going for the pin. But Amanada able to kick out before the count of 3.
Oh, just picture of him just slams her head into the mat.
Paloma Star, I've noticed, it seems like not only does she want to beat her opponents, she wants to almost like rub salt into the wound, at least figuratively.
Oh yeah, she wants to humiliate them. Paloma Star's mind is there's no other woman professional wrestling that deserves to be in the ring with her and share her spotlight.
Wait, Cody Jones again getting involved, trying to choke Amanada.
He ain't trying, he's straight up doing it.
You're right. I think Amanada needs help out here. Right now, this is basically becoming a 2-on-1 contest. Right now, she's getting choked by Paloma Star. Amanada, you know, over the past few months, really over the past year, Amanada has been hanging out with The Village, who is in action later tonight, but I know she chose to come out without them for this match. I'm wondering if that was a good idea or not.
Well, Papa Dingo is not 100% yet, I know that. And the Village, though, they've got a new addition with the Voodoo King Mojo. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going against Paloma Star, knowing full well Cody Jones is going to be out there, I would bring out somebody. Tanu, Mojo, even Papa Dingo at not 100%. At least there's someone there that has your back.
Uh-huh. I agree. Oh, wait. Looks like Paloma going for a submission hold here. Yeah. Look at that.
It's almost like she heard me.
A Boston Crab tie maneuver. Not quite what we were calling for, but close enough. Amanada able to twist out of it, though. Paloma Star can't keep it held on. 1, 2. Amanada able to kick out. Paloma Star starting to look a little frustrated, though, Ripper. I think she thought that was going to be it.
I thought it was going to be it.
Face first into the turnbuckle, though, goes Star. This could be Amanada's opening. Here comes Amanada. Ooh. Ooh, wow.
Oh.
A running boot straight to the mush. Star could be out here. We could be getting ready to see the title change hands. 1, 2. Star able to lift that right shoulder.
Right now, this is a rookie mistake. Trying to get the fans behind her when she should just stay on top of Paloma.
Here comes Paloma.
Just
squashes her. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, backstabber.
Yep, that could be it. That could be all she wrote for Amanada. I don't know if she's going to have anything left. 1, 2.
And did you notice Paloma grabbed both legs? Because Amanada got such a reach with her leg, them long legs. She grabbed both them legs, so there was no chance of her putting a foot on the rope.
Which made Amanada have to kick out, which she did. She looks pretty spent, though. I don't know if she has anything left. This might, well, Amanada elbowing out.
That's another thing. Paloma's been at this for a while. She has the stamina to be a champion.
Double chop, though, by Amanada. Big knee lift. Rear waist lock. I think she's going for a German suplex. But Paloma elbows out. She gets the German.
She should have tried to do an African suplex.
You might be right. Nonetheless, 1, 2. Paloma was able to get the German suplex, but I don't think she got all of it.
She didn't get the height on it that she really needed to be effective.
Oh, but she misses the leg drop. Paloma going for a leg drop. Amanada out of the way. Paloma crashes hard to the canvas. Senton, back Senton, going for the pin. Paloma able to kick out. Amanada has had flashes of offense, but she hasn't really had a sustained offense so far.
Because she wastes too much time. She has Paloma down, and then she caters to these fans when she should be on top of her, just going to town.
Oh.
Like right now. Bend her over, go for the pin.
That's what she's doing. 1, 2, 3. No, wait a minute. Cody Jones pulls the referee out of the ring. That was Queen Amanada's. Referee Jay Cortez kicking Cody Jones out of here.
Here comes security.
That's right. Good job. Good job by senior official Jay Cortez. That was Queen Amanada's in the bag. Cody Jones interferes. But now, from behind, Star.
Oh, shit. No, she did. She just did Heather's move.
She did a stunner. 1, 2, 3.
She just won the match using hardcore Heather Owens' move.
And still, War Women's Champion, Paloma Star.
Well, Cody Jones might have gotten himself ejected, but it did its trick. He helped his girl, his lady, Paloma Star, hold on to the Women's Championship. Queen Amanada, she got screwed. She got cheated.
I'm hardcore! I'm hardcore!
And when Heather Owens sees video of the end of that match, she's not going to be happy.
I'm backstage right now with the Death Threat Army, who in just a little bit is going to be taking on the Village. And I know you guys are former tag team champs, and I know you guys are wanting those belts back.
Last month, we proved our point. Last month, we made a statement. Oh, dear. We are here to become the 3-time War Tag Team Champions. Now, we've been here for a little over a year now, and we have conquered the tag team division. We have been the pillars. Death Threat has been the pillars of War's tag team division. And tonight, we show why we are the staple. We show why we are the best. Because tonight, we take our titles back. And that's not a promise. It's a death threat.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get up to the ring.
Saw some new recruits of Death Threat Army in action. Now it looks like we've got the real deal.
The ring generals are here. Aaron O'Ryan, Jack Price, and they've got one thing on their mind, and that's the War Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
Did just say the Village of Voodoo? Did I hear that right?
I don't know. Rick's usually drunk at these things. And as if Mojo couldn't be dangerous enough on his own, the Village could have been dangerous enough on their own. They have joined forces, and God have mercy on our souls.
Thought we'd be hearing this from the crowd. They're chanting Boomaye.
Yeah, if they knew what that meant in their language, they would not be saying that.
That's so weird because for the longest time, Especially when Tanu the Savage would say that it would elicit boos and jeers from the crowd. Now it's eliciting cheers and approval.
Because these fans are sheep. Oh, wait a minute. That's their significant others.
It's interesting how the Village, to get each other pumped up, they actually start chopping each other.
Yeah, and that's why I never want to visit whatever village these guys are from.
I agree with you on that completely. Well, this matchup is for the War Wrestling Tag Team Championship. It will be Tanu the Savage. And it will be Mojo McQueen filling in for an injured Papa Dingo against...
Is that even legal?
I guess. Jack Price, Aaron Orion, Death Threat Army.
I was gonna say, don't you have to be a free bird to invoke the free bird rule? Or at least induct him into the Hall of Fame?
Well, right now, holy cow. The Village starting out on fire.
Well, Jack Price got bounced out of the ring and then he crawled back in. I don't think I would have done that.
Meanwhile, Aaron Orion getting his chest chopped in two. Uh-oh, this could be bad.
Super Collider.
That's what you call a sandwich.
What is it with you and sandwiches?
I'm hungry. Oh, jeez.
Even took off his ring jacket yet.
Death Threat Army just got Samoan dropped out of the ring. I think someone's feeling froggy. It's a question of who. Here comes Mojo. Over the top. Over the top with a suicide dive. Landing on his feet is Mojo McQueen.
Reindeer.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. A voodoo reindeer.
Mojo the voodoo reindeer.
Man, oh man. And Mojo is not a small guy. For him to get that kind of speed and height over the top rope, that is impressive. Uh-oh. Ooh.
And that's got to be like being hit by an avalanche.
Jack Price just got squashed like a bug in the ring. This match could be over quick. 1, 2. The Village coming into tonight as the tag champs. Death Threat Army, the former tag champs, would love to get those belts back. Tanu with Price plants him down. A monster body slam from a monster individual. Now McQueen comes back in. Price looks worse for the wear. Stumbles to his feet.
He can't even stand on his own 2 feet.
No. Choke slam. Oh, he gets out. Kicks out the knee. Punch to the back of the head. Not a bad move. Ooh. But runs right into a big boot. Jack Price just knocked himself out. Mojo grabs Price, prevents the tag. A giant headbutt. And right now...
No, Tanu gives a headbutt. That's a giant headbutt. Look at the size of that thing.
Uh-oh, this could be bad too. Is Tanu's going to pick up?
No, what?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You got that wrong.
1, 2, 3. Wow, how did Price kick out of that?
I thought that was it.
Wow. Well, that does go to show the athleticism of Jack Price. I've known Jack for a long time, and he is a phenomenal athlete. Spends a lot of time in the gym, does a lot of cardiovascular work. Oh, geez.
Well, doing cardio ain't going to help when you get your lungs crushed by the giant foot of Tanu.
That's true. I I still cannot believe. Do we have instant replay? I want to see Mojo, where he picked up Tanu and slammed him down on a Price. Like I never would have imagined. Wait a minute. Tag. Mojo sees it though. Ooh.
I know he sees Jack Price's foot.
Yeah. Shoulder. This is great teamwork. Wow. And actually, you know, Ripper, since you're an expert on bending the rules, I'm going to get your opinion on this. Wait, hang on. One. Mojo able to kick out. But the referee really couldn't invoke a 5 count because Shaq wasn't in the ring.
That is correct.
Wait, is that all you have to say from your infinite knowledge? Is that correct?
You want more than that, it's going to cost you.
Orion now trying to get Mojo over into the corner. And he does with a turnbuckle smash. Jack Price has his shirt pulled up looking like Ezekiel Elliott, showing off the six-pack, showing off the abs. And Price also stomping a mud hole into Mojo McQueen.
How? You know, if Tanu really wants to get over there, it's going to take more than Logan Lynn to hold him back.
That's true. I'm just wondering, though, if Tanu doesn't know English, does the referee even know what Tanu is complaining about?
Even if he did speak English, I doubt the referee would understand what he's complaining about.
Mojo running clothesline, sends Orion down. Mojo needs to make that tag. Amanado and Dingo cheered him on, he does. In comes the big man. Tanu waiting. Maybe he shouldn't have. He was waiting and measuring Orion.
Well, Jack Price had his foot.
Yep. Tanu shrugs him off. This could be bad. Ooh. Well, it was bad, but bad in the opposite direction. Running drop kick by Orion, and now Tanu reeling. Only one. The Savage kicks out rather easily. Although, I have to wonder if he has a bum wheel after missing that leg drop.
Orion's got him right where he wants him.
Actually, I think Orion's taking too much time, though. And I think he needs to... There we go. There we go. Now Orion being smart, concentrating on that leg.
You think he took too much time? I think he perfectly baited Mojo.
Tanu trying to crawl over to make a tag. Orion, though, stops that with a quick fist to the head. A tag. Jack Price comes in. Leapfrog guillotine is the technical term of that move. I looked it up.
Proud of you, Jimmy.
Thank you. But yeah, down across the throat went Jack Price. Orion now asking to be tagged back in. If there's one thing that Death Threat Army does not have to worry about, is speed from Tanu.
No, but if he gets his hands on him, they're going to have to worry about a whole lot.
And they're not getting that suplex. This could be bad for DTA. Yes, it is. Tanu able to reverse it.
Well, he weighs as much as 2 baby elephants,
So here is DTA going to tag. With them both being in the ring and down, they have no...
Where's the other 2 guys at? Bring them back out!
DTA has no one to tag. There's a tag. Mojo meets Jack with a shoulder butt. Flips over. Tucks the clothesline. Wow, Hurricanrana from the big guy. Mojo McQueen, ladies and gentlemen, is not a small guy. I'm impressed with that Hurricanrana. Could be going for a double choke slam. There it is. There it is. 1, 2, 3. No. Price kicked out at the last nanosecond. Meanwhile, Tanu still trying to get some feeling back into his leg. Back kick. Wheelbarrow cutter. That's got to be it. They got a cutter. 1, 2. Tanu breaks up that count. He might have broken one of Orion's ribs while he was doing it. Uh-oh.
That punch had no effect on that, neither did that one.
He's just making Tanu mad. Price might want to rethink his strategy. There's that headbutt you were talking about. Ooh, power slam. Squashed him like a grape. The crowd chanting Bomaye. Tanu, who's never all that quick, is even slower now because of that bad leg. If he wants to go up top, he needs to speed up. Aaron Orion is not going to wait on him. Wait, Jack Price has Queen Amanada. What the heck is he doing? Does he not have any respect for women?
And we saw what happened last time. That totally takes Mojo out of the game.
Wait, Mojo's over there now. Oh, Price with a super kick. Oh, no. Price with a super kick, but in the ring. 1, 2, 3. While all that was going on the outside, Orion, he nailed Tanu in the head with a chair. I thought that was going to be it. I think everyone here thought that was going to be it. Tanu somehow kicked out. Shows how hard his head is, I guess.
And what's Queen Amanada doing?
The referee has lost all control of this tag team match. Amanada, a Hurricanrana. Orion in a place he doesn't want to be. Tanu has him. Mojo up top. Down goes Orion. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Well, try as they might, Death Threat Army comes up short tonight. The Village retains the War Wrestling Tag Team Championships. The Village might have had some outside help, but the way I look at it, fight fire with fire.
There's my guy, Gino.
What is Gino doing out here? That was weird. Did Gino just grab what I think he grabbed?
How could he miss it?
If I were Gino, I would be very careful. I would not want to make the Village mad.
Gino's not a loser. Gino does have balls. Big ones.
Yes. Yes. I want to see it. I want to see it. Queen Amanada just challenged Gino DiCapo to a one-on-one.
I just got a text from my close personal friend, Storm Grayson. I'll see you later, Jimmy.
Well, as Ripper Blackheart starts heading towards the back, Queen Amanada challenges Gino DiCapo to a match next month. Will he be brave enough to sign it?
Queen, turn around for 1 second. Turn around, 1 second, sorry. I think we should make it a loser versus dress match.
But that's the boss, that's the head honcho of War Wrestling, Tom Williams.
Listen, I tell your boyfriend Ripper Blackheart to kiss my ass.
It's going to be a loser wears a dress match next month. between Queen Amanada and Gino DiCaprio. The crowd here in the Bradfield Community Center chanting, yes, yes. They want to see this, and as scary as it sounds, I think they would like to see Gino DiCaprio in a dress.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am backstage right now with Storm Grayson. And Storm, when you first came to War Wrestling a while back, you were very popular with the fans, but as of late, you've had a falling out with your former tag team partner, Pat Monix. You've had a falling out with the fans, and there definitely seems to be a change of attitude with you.
Everyone wants to keep asking me that same question. They want to ask why I turned my back on the fans, why I turned my back on Matt Taylor. Well, you know what? Let's look at it. Since I came back from surgery, the only thing people ask me is, where's Pat Monix? Ever since Pat Monix hasn't been here, it's where's Pat Monix? I'm in the main event of the show. I'm headlining the show. I am the show, and I'm the smallest picture on the flyer. And what do you see on there? Matt Taylor's face. And if you think I'm wrong for making the decision I did, look where I was. I was in the opening match scramble when I showed up to this company, kissing babies, high-fiving fans, and you know what? Where am I now? I've got a shot at the title tonight, and I'm taking it. I don't care what they think about me. I care about walking out with that belt.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming up in the main event in just a few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Scheduled for 1 month. It is for the War Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Tonight, he's accompanied by Ripper Blackheart. From Naperville, Illinois, Storm Grayson.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event, and it is for the War Wrestling Championship. I'm joined now on commentary by Xavier Walker, my normal broadcast partner, Ripper Blackheart. Thankfully for me, is down there managing. So I'm joined here by Xavier. And Xavier, glad to have you up here, man.
Glad to be here, and I'm an upgrade from Ripper Blackheart, to say the least.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. At least you're not wearing some type of hideous thrift store suit like he's wearing tonight.
I'm not sure where he got that, but as I'm sure he knows, he looks very ridiculous. He got that cane, the glasses. I wouldn't know what's going through his hair right now. I don't understand.
Well, what I'm kind of surprised at, or maybe kind of let down by, is some of the recent career choices that Storm Grayson has made.
Absolutely. Tremendously talented individual, Storm Grayson. When he came in last year, I had high hopes for him. He's done some things that I maybe wouldn't have done, but he is in a title match tonight. He can become world champion, so maybe he's doing something right.
To the roar of the crowd, Dark Star Matt Taylor, your War Wrestling champion, enters the arena wearing the strap around his waist.
Oh man, a phenomenal champion. I got a lot of respect for Matt Taylor. We good friends actually, and he has been world champion for a very long time. Storm Grayson out here, he got his boys with him, but it's going to be a tough task to beat Matt Taylor for that title tonight.
That's actually, brother, that's a pretty good point that you made because Darkstar, he worked so long and hard to get the title. He eventually beat Jake something for it, but yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, he's been champion for what, about a year now, right?
For quite some time, and actually, with the exception for about a month maybe, he was champion for a year before that. And so kind of I think that he beat the most dominant champion in War history in my mind, Jake something, who is just an unreal athlete. It's like a wildcat, a puma, and Matt Taylor beat him. 1, 2, 3 right in the middle, so it's gonna be tough to take the belt off of Matt Taylor.
You know, I was speaking back in the locker room with Storm Grayson earlier on, and actually, man, it kind of goes to something you said a little bit ago. He has the newfound attitude, which is kind of cocky, kind of arrogant, talking about Grayson. He split from his old tag team partner, Pat Monix. However, despite maybe some of the personality flaws, here he is in a title match.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what we all here for. So he's in a position that a lot of people want to be in, everybody in the locker room. And it's going to be very tough to beat Storm Grayson as well, especially with Ripper Blackheart at ringside.
That's exactly right. Grayson, Matt Taylor's going to have, oh wow.
Whoa.
He starts out this match fast with a running knee. Grayson reeling already. Clothesline out. Taylor, House of Fire.
That is
Taylor
not how you want to
now
come
off
out
the
of the
ropes.
block.
Through the ropes. Suicide dive to the outside. Grayson goes down.
Storm Grayson might be in trouble here. That's a really quick start from a great champion. He's going to need to straighten his bearings. He's got to get back on top.
Bicycle kick. Wow, you can hear that echo throughout the building.
Look at that aggressiveness.
Yeah.
You can tell he's been doing this for a long time.
Taylor now raining down fists of fury on the head of Grayson. The referee going out to try and break this up. And actually, the referee showing some leniency here because both of these guys have been outside the ring a lot longer than 10 seconds.
Absolutely. In matches like these, the referees tend to do that. They don't want to count out or something to go out on the main event. But even if Matt Taylor had that good flurry, if I'm him, I want to get this back in the ring. I want to get away from Ripper Blackheart. I want to get away from the bodyguard.
No, you're exactly right. Taylor tonight needs to have about 3 sets of eyes. This could be bad. Reversal. Ooh, hard into the railing goes Grayson. Taylor measures. Almost like a double stomp in a way.
Whatever it was, it caught him flush in the side of the head, and you do not want to get hit there.
No, that's for sure. But no, you're exactly right. As the match goes on, Taylor not only has to watch for Grayson, but also Ripper Blackheart and Gino DiCapo as well.
This is Matt Taylor's game right here, high-risk offense, and it pays off there with the high cross body.
1, 2, but Grayson kicks out. Actually, man, now Grayson has the size advantage, at least the height advantage, but style-wise, very similar Matt styles.
Yes, and with that, I think it's hard to beat Matt Taylor at what he does. But if Grayson can put that physicality on him, he looks heavier, maybe stronger. I think that'll help him here.
Fireman's carry. Grayson trying to elbow out. Taylor holds on. Elbow again. Elbowing out to save his life. Go behind. Oh, nice move by Grayson there.
Veteran move by Grayson.
He ducks down and he basically hangs Matt Taylor throat first across that top rope.
Matt Taylor came out a little aggressive tonight, and it might have backfired a little bit right there. And now Storm Grayson in firm control with the ground and pound.
Taylor is now not only winded from having his windpipe laying on that rope, but is now dazed from all those fists to the head.
Absolutely. You do not want to get continually punched in the face by anybody if you want to keep that belt. But Storm Grayson is going to stay aggressive if he's going to beat Matt Taylor. He's taking a lot of time talking to the fans, looking around.
And I agree with something you said a few moments ago, that Grayson does have the size advantage a little bit, not by much, but a little bit. And we'll have to see if he tries using that to his advantage at any point during this match. Meanwhile, DiCapo continues to choke Taylor from the outside the ring.
It is very tough to beat an athlete the caliber of Storm Grayson already. But when you have that outside influence, man, it's going to be a tough night for Matt Taylor.
Oh, I like that elbow drop. He's going to go for the pin. 1, 2. Taylor able to kick out.
Got to hook the leg. Absolutely have to hook the leg.
But I like the speed that Storm used on that elbow drop. Some guys, you know, they do it from full stance, but it takes longer to drop.
Absolutely.
Lighting quick by Grayson.
What he sacrificed there, maybe impact. He made sure he hit his move, and he got to put that weight on him.
Yep.
He's gonna have to continually put weight on the shoulders of Matt Taylor.
Well, he did a forearm to the shoulders there, but I think Taylor's just getting mad. Grayson looking over to Ripper Blackheart like, what do I do now? Yeah, Taylor, all that blood starting to boil. Taylor has a short fuse.
Absolutely, and that could come back to haunt him because he's taking unnecessary punishment there. He's just letting Storm tee off on him, and he's gonna tee off himself right here.
Taylor hammering away on the side of the head of Grayson. Reversal. Taylor goes in, bounces off. Clothesline by
Beautiful clothesline.
Taylor. Double axe handle across the chest. Taylor now, a house of fire. Oh, but he gets the referee. Referee Joe Lopez goes down.
And this is not where you want to be if you're Matt Taylor, with the referee down.
And from behind, a low blow.
And here they come. I knew it wouldn't be long. There's Cody Hawk. There's Dusty Dillinger. And
Corruption is out here, stomping a mud hole into Matt Taylor.
You got to be kidding me.
The Midwest Bully, Craig Mitchell, is out here.
I might have to put this.
They're all just stomping
headset
away.
down, and I might have to get.
The referee knocked out on the outside of the ring. They're not seeing any of this. Or the referee is not seeing any of this. This is definitely disqualification worthy.
Oh, here
Wait
we go.
a minute. Wait a minute. Here comes the cavalry. Tanu.
Village. And now we got Bedlam.
This is it turning into a melee.
Absolutely.
A Donnybrook.
And honestly, this probably favors Storm Grayson if we can keep this match going. All this chaos, these moving parts, anything can happen.
Well, the Village and Dusty Dillinger fighting. Cody Hawk is out here. Brandon Mitchell's gone.
Ripper Blackheart over there throwing a fit.
Or Craig Mitchell gone. The referee's still down. Here comes Ripper Blackheart. He has that chair. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Things could be bad for Blackheart. Taylor stomps down on that chair.
This is going to be bad.
Do you think he'll hit a guy with glasses?
Uh-oh. Oh,
wait. Here comes Thrill in the City.
Hey, he's got his team knocked out. Good night, son. And one for you.
I bet you like seeing that.
Love it.
Oh, but Grayson in the back. Grayson with a chair to the back of Darkstar. Could this be his opening?
Oh, my goodness.
Sit down powerbomb, that's right. Beautiful move by Grayson, but again, no referee.
Ripper Blackheart.
Ripper Blackheart with Logan Lynn. 1, 2, 3. No.
Storm Grayson, milliseconds away from being World Wrestling Champion, and it looks like he's going to have a mental breakdown right now.
It does. Taylor kicks out with inches, maybe centimeters to spare. But Grayson beside himself. He doesn't know how Matt Taylor did it. I don't know how Matt Taylor did it.
He's got to keep his composure here. Matt Taylor is the most resilient World Wrestling superstar I've seen in a very long time, and if you're going to beat him, you got to stay on top of him.
Too much time. Grayson took too much time. He got a super kick right to the chin by Taylor. He stays. Taylor up top. Double stomp to the back of the head. That's usually his finisher, going for the pin. 1, 2. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Ripper Blackheart just threw the referee.
What a terrible, horrible, bald person Ripper Blackheart is.
And Ripper Blackheart was the one who went back and grabbed that referee. Now he throws him into the barrier here at ringside. That's going to be a fine. Ripper Blackheart will definitely get fined by the War Wrestling officials for that.
A big fine, but hey man, when the War Wrestling title on the line, you got to do what you got to do to get that belt.
Grayson, another chair. Taylor ducks. Super kick the chair into Grayson's face. Grayson might have just been knocked in next week. But again, no referee. Taylor going for a chair.
Uh-oh.
Darkstar can get vicious when he has to.
It looks like he's about to go off the rails. Matt Taylor throwing multiple chairs into the ring.
The fans are literally giving their chairs to Darkstar. They want to see what he's about to do.
I'm not sure I like the way this is trending for either competitor.
I agree with you, man.
That's a lot of steel in the ring.
I agree. Ripper Blackheart, I can see through his sunglasses he's got a look of fear.
He should be concerned.
Yeah.
Storm Grayson is the top athlete in this stable, and Matt Taylor looks like he has ill intentions.
Yes, he does. Yeah, Taylor not afraid to go there when he has to. In fact, right now, he looks like he's got that crazy look in his eye. Another super kick to the side of Grayson's head. I think Grayson's out. Grayson on the chairs.
What is going on?
On the outside of the ring, referee Joe Lopez, the original referee, is starting to come to finally after he was super kicked earlier on.
You got to wonder what's going through Matt's head. After months and months of dealing with corruption, they push him to the edge. We're seeing the payoff of that right here.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Grayson, though, desperation move.
Oh, no.
A chair shot to the head.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh! Good Lord is right, man. Xavier Walker had that right. Good Lord.
That's the type of move that will take years off a man's career. I hope Matt Taylor's okay. Maybe 10 steel chairs he just landed on from the top rope. A lot of velocity, a lot of momentum.
Superplex onto those chairs off the top. You're right. Here comes our senior official, Jay Cortez. 1, 2, 3. No. No. No.
What do you have to do to beat Matt Taylor? What do you have to do to beat this man?
I think Storm Grayson is wondering the same thing. Although, it's possible, though, it would have been a dirty win. It's possible Grayson could have gotten the win had there been a ref out here initially.
Absolutely. I think Matt Taylor was very fortunate. There was no referee to count that fall.
Yeah. Yep.
We're going to clear out the referee. Oh, that's the one more referee takes the shot. Corruption is going to be heavily fined after this match.
We're out of zebras now. That was the last referee. We only had 3 here tonight. That's it. Joe Lopez starting to get back in the ring, though.
After Storm Grayson, what are you thinking right there? You cannot win the war title with no referees.
Both guys back up to their feet. Grayson was so distracted and so frustrated, it's allowed Matt Taylor to get back in this match.
And I understand how you can get that. He has thrown everything he has at Matt Taylor. Matt Taylor keeps kicking up. He's still on his feet.
Now finally back up to his feet is a woozy Joe Lopez. He's going to try and finish calling this match. Oh, what a move. Suplex him right into those turnbuckles. This could be it. 1, 2, 3, no.
You got to wonder if Joe Lopez was at 100%, would that have been a 3 count?
Dude, you're exactly right. I think Joe's still a little slow, a little woozy.
Absolutely.
I think at full speed, yeah.
Dream Street.
Yeah. At full speed, I think that would have been a 3. You're exactly right. Taylor, though, measuring, Grayson up. Ducks the bicycle. Oh, from behind. Grayson, a kick to the back of the head. Drops him down, face first.
That might be it.
This could be his opening. This for the title.
Matt Taylor, one more time, raising that shoulder off the mat.
Where he gets the wherewithal, I have no idea. Grayson going for it again. Taylor slips off. There's that bicycle kick. Clothesline. Oh, super kick to the back of the head. Grayson might be on Dream Street. 1, 2, no.
Storm Grayson's showing me something tonight.
Yeah, he is.
Even with all the melees, all the extracurricular activities, he's in there fighting. He's giving it all he's got.
The crowd cheering Taylor. They're rooting him on. They want to see him get froggy. Taylor, after being superplexed on those chairs, though, he's not 100%.
Another high-risk situation for Matt Taylor that did not pay off.
That's right. When it pays off, big, but when it doesn't, it backfires big.
Absolutely. Now he's in a situation he doesn't want to be in, with Storm Grayson clubbing him in the back of the neck on the second rope.
Into the referee again.
Storm Grayson distracted and...
But a double stomp off the top as Grayson was distracted. That was the opening for Taylor. There it is.
That's the difference between a champion. Matt Taylor kept his eyes on the prize tonight. What a gutsy performance from a great champion.
Storm Grayson, that newfound attitude that might have cost him, though he let his emotions get the better of him, man.
Absolutely. I mean, he was in control a lot of this match. He had some great opportunities, but man, you can't go with the referees. You can't be talking to the fans. Matt Taylor's was going to capitalize on that, and he did, and he knocked him clean out. He's still on his back.
Right now, Taylor, I think, is seeing Krispy Kreme trucks circling around his head. He's got a glazed over look.
Both men may need medical attention tonight. That was a hell of a match. They put themselves through a lot, man.
It was a great show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. For Xavier Walker, for Jimmy Shane, for Ripper Blackheart, I'm Jimmy McDowell saying thank you for watching War Wrestling's Naughty or Nice.